you've probably seen Instagram posts saying comment guide and I'll send it to your DMs. And the second someone comments, they automatically get a DM. I'm going to show you how to set that up step by step. We'll create the keyword trigger, choose which post it works on, and create that DM that gets sent automatically. But there are a couple of settings that are really easy to miss. Will make your automations not work at all or your keyword not being sent. I'll show you exactly what to change. And once we have that basic automation set up, I'll show you how to use the exact same automation to turn comments into leads and into sales. So when you post on Instagram and you go viral, you get probably thousands of views or hundreds or millions of views, a lot of likes, and maybe a few hundred comments to thousands of comments. And normally, if you don't have anything set up, these likes, views, and comments go nowhere. They just disappear into the feed. Person will scroll to the next post and the next without taking any action. So what do? A lot of people just direct people to the link in bio. And this is the friction of the link in bio. You can tell people to go to your link in bio, but now you're just asking them to leave the post, visit your profile, find the right link, and click through, which, as you can see from this funnel, it takes about 5 steps to reach your website. And by the time they've reached your website, they've already lost interest. So what do? You should make the next step ridiculously easy. What this means is that once the person views your content, you ask them to comment, for example, a word like guide, and then you DM them. So this just takes you from the reel to the comment, which sends a high intent signal from the right audience, and then you can DM them your guide. And what this does is that it sets up the perfect next step, either to your ebook or your resource, your product, or a booking page that you set on this guide, on this link in the DM right here. And this does 2 purposes. One, it filters high intent audiences, and it differentiates people who are just viewing and looking around, scrolling, and people who actually want to take action. And 2, it reduces friction. And so comparing these steps over here where they have to go to your profile, click the link in bio, and then choose from a bunch of links, and then go to your website, you ask them to comment and engage with your content, which leaves a high intent signal from them and to Instagram that your audience likes your post, which then gets sent to even more people. And then you send them a resource or link directly in the DMs to your product or your booking call or your booking page right here. So instead of your content just getting views, it can actually move people into a conversation and toward the next step. And that's the part we're going to set up now. So we're going to set up the part where the person comments, then you can DM them a resource or a link to your product. So you can see how ridiculously easy it is for people to comment and then receive the guide or the link. And instead of going to your link bio and choosing from a bunch of links over here, which increases a lot of friction. Let's say we run a business on coaching people on how to make butter. Okay. So the goal is to get people to either buy a course on how to make better butter or book a call with us for consultation. So with this end goal in mind, we want to create, for example, a free resource on how to make butter, for example. And then we make this free. The reason why we would make this free is because we want to spark more engagement, more views, and more leads so we can funnel these leads into our products right here. So by posting more and more content that gets attention and views, and then setting up this comment to the automation flow, this does is that it does 3 things. It tells Instagram that people like your posts, and when people comment on your post with this keyword, you'll get way more and more engagement and comments, which again sends a very positive signal to Instagram to boost your post to even more people. And then third, you get high intent people that are engaging with your post and actually wanting to receive your free guide or your resource. And then we'll end up on your email list, which you can email and remarket to them, later on as well, and convert them into real customers. And this is kind of the whole flow of how people on Instagram make thousands and thousands of dollars every single month, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month or per year. So this is the flow we'll be creating today. So again, let's say I run a coaching business on how to make butter. So the end goal is, let's say, to buy a course on how to make butter, right? And this course costs, let's say, $49 for a course, right? So if my end goal is to sell this, I'll be creating content on Instagram about how to make butter and all things butter. And then from this content, I'll be telling people to comment, for example, guide on my videos. So I'll send them a free ebook or, for example, like a preview to my paid course, right? And with this free content, what I'll be getting in exchange is comments more likes, more engagement, and more followers just from my post, and way more than just posting content and directing people to either a link in bio or even not having a call to action at all. So after this comment, then you send them an opening message asking people to opt in into receiving DM from us, right? And this isn't the same as opting in into an email list. This is just confirming that they would want us to send them this free guide. So once we send them an opening message, then we can either do two things. First, we can ask them with an email in order for us to send them this guide. And then after that, we can ask them to follow us as a last step into receiving this guide. And since we only will send it to followers, right? And once they've sent you their email and followed your account, you've just gained two very valuable things from your audience. One is an email, which can use that to put them in your email list. And two, a follower, which they'll see more of your content in the future as well. So once they've done all of this, then you can send them a link with a button that they can just click to your resource or product. And then from here, once they've clicked and accessed your free resource, then from the back end, you can either push them to buy your course or book in a call to buy your higher ticket consultation, for example. And this is how you actually convert your social audience into customers with this social funnel right here. So let's head into Meet Alto and then I'll show you exactly how to build it. Okay, so once you're in Meet Alto, head over to settings and then add a page right here. You can add your Instagram page right here. We work directly with Meta. So it's super easy to just connect your Instagram and then build automations off it right here. You won't have to worry about getting banned because we do work with the official Meta integration and not any third-party integrations or any shady NAN or other workflows. We also work directly with Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube, and later on TikTok as well. So once you've connected your page, head over to campaigns. This is where you'll be creating your automations. Press create campaign. And in here, we'll be wanting to create an auto comment to DM. And what we can also do is create a stories to DM or a story mention reply or a DM to DM or a live to DM and AI DM agent, which covers all of this automatically. So first, let's head over to the auto comment to DM. Press next. Here you can select a page. For example, let's select this page, Instagram page right here. You can either select a specific post, the next post, or you can select all posts right here. So we will be selecting a specific post for now. Press next. And here you can either select keyword matching, which is, for example, link or price, or the really cool thing you can do with Meet Alto is select AI targeting. What this is that, for example, you can enter in a prompt, target comments that are interested in learning more or is asking about butter. For example, this, but you can make it way more detailed. And what our AI does is that the AI goes out to your selected post and then scans all of the comments and selects the comments that fit with exactly this criteria and nothing else. So you can use this to really do granular targeting towards people that it's kind of hard to define what keyword, and you want to be more specific in who you want to target to send this resource or link or product to. So let's just select keyword matching for now. I'll be selecting the word butter, and anyone who comments butter will receive this DM from us. So press next. Here you'll actually be creating your to DM workflow. So again, here is your opening DM right here. Let's select green, your opening DM. So let's create that. So let's say, thanks for the comments. Want me to send you the link? So this is the opt-in that I was talking about. You can send them a message and then a button for them to click and opt in. And once they've clicked that message, which represents it over here, then they can receive your next message. So the button text you can configure right here. You can say, for example, yes, please. And after they click this, then you can send the next message. So let's configure our final message, which is the final link right here. And then in the next step, we'll configure the email and follow steps. So let's configure our final link. Here's the free preview to my butter course. Hope you enjoy. And then you can add, for example, an emoji. Then you can add a link to your website or resource, and then a button, for example, download it here. And once you've done that, you can either add 2 more links and buttons, or you can A/B test your opening message to see which one gets the highest opt-in rate. But let's just keep it simple. Press next. And from here, you can trigger your actions. So you can either do a public comment reply, which replies to the comment that you'll be sending a DM to publicly, or from here, you can ask for an email collection and ask for follow, which are the 2 steps we'll be configuring right here. So with Meet Alto, the flow would be opening message, email, follow, and then the link to your final resource. So it would be 1, 2, 3, the 4th and final step. So let's configure the email collection. So let's say something like, before I send you the link, I'd love to stay in touch. Drop your email below to get the best bits. Or you could say that before I send, you can say something like, drop your email, I can send you the guide, right? And then once you've done that, they'll send you the email. And then you can ask for a follow too. You can say, nearly there, the link is especially for my followers. Right after you follow me, I'll send you the link so you can dive straight in. And then the final flow would be like this. Thanks for your comment, want me to send you the link? And then they press yes, please. And then you drop your email saying send you the guide. They send you their email, which then you can press the next action and then funnel the email into your email provider. For example, Kits, Beehive, Flowdesk, Klaviyo, or Zapier if your email provider is not listed over here. And then once you turn that on, Meet Alto will automatically funnel this email into your email list. So you can send them, for example, a welcome flow, or you can send them future emails about your product and your business. After they send the email, then if they haven't followed you yet, you will send this message, nearly there, the link is especially from your followers. Right after you follow me, I'll send you the link so you can dive straight in. They press follow, and then this button, in chat, they can follow you directly. So when they press follow, then you send them the final link. Here's the free preview to my Butter course, hope you enjoy. Then they can download it there, and then from there, you can funnel them into your higher ticket offer, which is your course or your consultation right here. Press next, and then press publish campaign when you're ready. With Meet Alto, you can also follow up to re-engage. If they haven't engaged with your links or replied to you, you can follow up to engage, or you can even ask for their phone number. Meet Alto, you can configure your whole comment to DM funnel with comments on your post and also your stories, or even a DM to DM funnel. So let me show you quickly how these works. So let's start with a story funnel. So for example, you can post a story which triggers to even your higher and more high intent value audience. You can say, comment, for example, a heart emoji. I'll send you a recipe, for example. And then once they've commented or even reacted to your story, then you can send them the DM, which again contains your final link to your product or booking link. Then in the middle here, again, for the people who haven't went through your email flow or your follow through, they'll go through these flows again if you've activated them. But for the people who have gone through these flows, Meet Alto will not send them the flows again. So then they get your final link straight away. Now let's go through the DM to DM flow. So let's say you run a YouTube channel, and then from the YouTube channel, you can end with a call to action. For example, DM me on Instagram, DM me, for example, Butter on Instagram. I'll send you a guide or again, free ebook or whatever. And then you can send them a DM, or you can even start a conversation with our AI agent that does the whole conversation for you and qualifies the person and even ask them questions and like which products fit with this certain type of customer, and even if they qualify to receive your product or booking link in the first place. So these 3 funnels is all you need to build a business that makes thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from Instagram. And just imagine how hard without Meet Alto it'll be to send each person a comment, reply, and a DM if they comment on your post with this keyword. With Meet Alto, it does it for hundreds or even thousands of customers in one day. So right now we have a free plan for 1,000 active contacts a month. You can try it out by clicking the link in the description. If you have any questions or need any help building your flows, just comment down below and then our team will get back to you right away. So this is how to create an Instagram comment to DM automation that will get you more followers, more leads, and more sales for your business. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.